Hey, what's everybody doing today? It's me, favorite pain in the rear end. Well, you may ask, what are you doing today, fat man? Well, I came down here kind of late because it was really cold this morning, so I let it warm up a little bit. I got here about, I don't know, 9:45. And I've been working on Kimmy. I serviced it. Did all the filters and the hydraulic tank and hydraulic return filters, and change the engine oil. Got a fucking junk in my glasses. What else? Oh, I gotta. Why did I do that? I must have a blob of grease somewhere, probably on my hat. Grease on them. That's nice. No, that's beautiful. I got an issue with it. I had highway equipment out here pretty much all day one day chasing it there Monday or Tuesday. It's throwing a code that it's one stupid computer isn't communicating with another stupid computer, and I've been over every frickin' wire in this thing. So they want $5,600 for new wiring harness. I'm not gonna do that. If I can't find it and just jump the wire, I've done continuity tests on it. He did continuity tests on it. I don't know where. I just don't know where it is. Can't figure it out. They sent him the wrong schematic it's for a different machine, so he was just flying blind. He did it the best he could. He did a good job for what he had, but it didn't remedy my problem. You know, the kid was working hard on it, but it's hard when you road map. You know, you want to go to New York and they send you a road map to go to California. It's brilliant. So anyway, again, computers in my life. So there's there's a bad wire on it. There's a sensor circuit supposed to be putting out 5 volts from the engine control unit, the ECM, and it's supposed to run to every sensor on the machine and provide 5 volts, and it's not doing that. So it's coming out of the ECM, but it isn't getting to where it's supposed to go. But I don't think that's what's shutting it down. I think there's another wire somewhere that's from the machine controller. Now you have to have a machine controller to the engine controller, and there's something there that's not communicating, so it just shuts off, and then it won't start, and then you got to wait a while, let it cool down, and whatever. We think it might be a resistor or something that's heating up, and after a while it runs again. It seemed to be worse the other day when it rained, so we found one plug way back in the back by the counterweight that on the wiring harness that was green and corroded. We cleaned that all up. I just went back and checked it again. I've got good conductivity, this good continuity with my volt tester from, the end of the plug to the wire. So it's going through it. I don't know. It's going through to the other side. I don't know, somewhere. Stuff drives me nuts. But I'm telling you what I'm going to do. Instead of putting $6,000 into a wiring, it'll probably be more like $75,000 or $8,000 by the time they come out and do this. I am going to take that Perkins motor out and sell it, and just put a 4VT Cummins in it with a cable, an old school engine, and it'll fit right in there. I think I can adapt it to the radiator and everything really easily. And then the only other things like the rear bell housing mounts, but that stuff's easy to fix. And then the other issue on these would be the hydraulic pumps are controlled by the machine control module, the MCU, machine control unit or module, whatever, I don't know, whatever it is. So, but I was talking to a guy yesterday. He told me the only thing that really senses on the engine is the RPM. So if you had a crank sensor or some kind of an RPM way to measure your RPM, you would satisfy that computer, and it would allow the pumps to do what you need them to do. Either that, or I could just rip them out and get a set of old school pumps too. But I don't think that's a big hard thing. As a matter of fact, when we did our live feed last week or whatever it was, which thanks for everybody, that was fun. I'll do that again. There was a guy on there, I can't remember who it was. I think he said he had a Daewoo or a Doosan that they bypassed the hydraulic pumps on in some manner like that. So if you're out there, whoever you was, I don't know if it was that Jason Dorset or Doucette, I'm not sure what, I can't pronounce his name, I can't think of it. I could read it probably and figure it out, but I don't know if it was you guy or somebody else, but somebody mentioned that, and I'll go scroll through that conversation if I can find it. For some reason, if I do a live feed on this little tablet and I go back and look, anything that was said live is gone. It evaporates into the interwebs somewhere, and all I have is a comment someone left. So, but whatever, if you're out there and you got any idea about how to do that, I'd love to talk to you, because I can pick up a nice, a nice 4BT Cummins for probably $5 or $6 grand, remanned and everything, and just put it in that thing and get rid of this nonsense. It's just ridiculous. And I think I have an issue with one track being off a little bit. But yeah, if I stall one track against the stump, the pump comes to full stroke. It goes right up to like 4,900 pounds. Both of them are within like a couple pounds of each other. But it's, for some reason, when you're running both tracks, it's losing its mojo somewhere. And I think that's all computer wiring too. And it's been that way since I've owned it. It's never been quite right. And nobody could figure it out. They tried, whatever, but nobody. But it's bad enough now. I think it's the same problem. It's just worse. So it's bad enough now where it's shutting off on me. So, and then it will roll. And I've cleaned the fuel tank. I thought it was a fuel issue. That's what it sounded like. Cleaned the fuel tank, put new fuel filters on it, put a new lift pump on it. I've done everything, and I had it running good for a while, and then just last week it started acting up. So I got to figure it out, because I really do love the little thing. It works super, especially with those tracks on it. Man, it gets around good. When it runs right, it does good. But I got to figure out what's going on with it. So if anybody's got any brilliant ideas, I'm all ears. So, but anyway, I'm gonna go over here and look at the cab and see if it's thrown any codes. If it did throw a code, it would have shut itself off, I think. So, but the code says it is a ECM communication error. So, no, it isn't. It's still up there because it puts a big the control thing's right there. It puts a big orange, not orange, but like a big yellow caution sign on it, And if you shut it off and clear the codes and wait a few minutes, it'll start up and run for another 10 minutes and do it again. So I gotta fix it. The Timco, they got the motor in it. It runs. We ran it in the shop on the floor. Hook the radiator to it and all that, and turn the exhaust fan on in the shop. And we ran that for, I think they ran it for 4 or 5 hours up there, and it runs good. It should be broke in. I think they changed the oil. They put it in the machine. I've got a little bit of a drip on the hydraulic pump. It's not a big deal. I'm thinking that it's getting more than enough inside that it's putting a little too much case drain over, and probably is causing the seals to drip a little. I did the seals on it, and it's doing it again. So I'm pricing out a pump. I found a pump for about $5 grand, so I'm probably going to get that, but I'd like to go to work with it for at least a couple of weeks and make some money. I got a big project I just took on down in West Virginia. We're almost done with this piece. The only thing I got left on here is just what you see right here and right there. There's probably 10-15 loads left. If I got a little bit down on that side hill, it's got some nice locust and quake that's worth getting, and a few over there, and we'll wrap it up. Now I got another 10-acre piece on the other side of the field over there, because the high wall wraps right around what they're going to reclaim, comes right around and ends like over here. The guy, I think he wants me to do it. I sent him a contract and a check, but I haven't got it anything confirmed yet. So if that's the case, then I think I'm gonna have maybe Ryan and Jess work part-time on that. And I gotta bug out. I gotta get going. I got a big 500,000 foot job to do down in West Bagot, Virginia, right down on the line, down in Windridge, PA, about 2 miles from West Virginia. So I went and looked at it. It's a nice piece. A buddy of mine, good guy, my buddy, old Uncle Paulie. Not the same Uncle Paul you're thinking of, another guy. But anyway, he owns a big sawmill and wants me to get down there and do that for him. So I think I'm going to do that. I am going to do it. I told him I would. So we're going to have to go stay in a motel for a while. But that's all right. So I'm going to take the doozy down there. I don't think I need the Dilemma. It's bigger hardwood logs and some scrag, but most of it's pretty clean. The few that aren't, we'll just trim them with the chainsaw or rip the limbs off with the landing saw, the whatever. So I think we're gonna go do that. And I got a lot of projects coming up now. So there's all my drain oils and dirty filters. And look at that, I'm smudging on my truck. Boy, this truck won't rust. But anyway, take that back and throw it in the dumpster. I got some stuff I got to do on this, so that's probably what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go test Kimmy, see if she'll cut some trees. I got a lot of wood on the ground, but I have to put a little bit more. I got to put bushings in these. I got them up in that box in the cab. I got to put 3 fisheye bushings in there. I got a leak here. I think it's just an O-ring. I got to fix that. We just had to do a master link on this track. The master link bolts broke, so a buddy of mine come out yesterday with his press that in. So getting this old girl ready to go. And big announcement, I am going to find a winch and fair lead and put on this machine, because it is a beast. I've got the D4 Cat for sale. I never use it, you know. Obviously this machine's got a lot more stuff, but I would like to have at least an arch and a winch on it. You know, a winch and an arch. I don't really care about the grapple, but and this would be a West Virginia mountain beast, you know. So that's my goal. Little update on these tracks. We got one on the machine just to keep some traction so we can get around in there. It's pretty good going. It's dried up nice. I think, you know, we're all right. Adam from Stalls actually came and got the other set, and they're supposed to send me a new set of the Eco tracks, the Allsdorf or whatever they're called, from Sweden. And I guess they're going to let me keep these junks, and I got to fix them, which that's fine, that's fair enough, you know. But you can see they all broke apart because they just didn't build them right, you know. But I think what I'm going to do, rather than try and cut these all apart, I think I'm going to build a little spacer in here, maybe stack it this way and weld all around it really good and down to this link, you know, get some good weld surface in here on both sides. So I'm going to, you know, Jess will weld them. Jess is a good welder. He's a pipeline welder. You know, so I'll have Jess do it. But I mean, there's probably, I'll bet you there's 2 or 3 days of solid welding on these. I mean, that's a lot of work. So, but if they do give them to me, you know, and then give me that other set, I guess that's pretty good. I can't complain too much. So I'm you know, I'll have one set to run, and I still have at the shop, I have on the other skidder, I have a set of Clarks that are still, yeah, I don't know, third there or something. So that skidder will be all right if we need it. This one's got these. This is the old spare 460. This has got a good set of these. I think these are Canadians. They're good chains, and I mean, they don't have a lot of wear on them, so I'm good there. I got a set of ice picks, but I don't really need them. Maybe next winter. But so whatever. And the old 450 Timberjack. That's back over the hill here. I gotta get that back to the shop. It's running okay and everything. Needs some brakes on it. The brakes on it right. Full of air or something. So, I don't know. I got so many projects. Busier than a one-armed paper hanger with crotch crickets. So, I don't know. Just felt like taking a break. I went and got a sandwich downtown, and I thought, well, I'll do a little vid. Haven't checked in with anybody in quite a few days. So, alright, well, love y'all. Thanks for checking my channel out. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for the good conversations we had the other night. Oh, a little shout out for North Carolina Timber Slasher. He just put his first video up, and it's good. Nice guy, and he's got a link belt excavator, but he just put a 3550 Ryan's head on it. If you watch his video, you'll see it at the very end, and he's in some nice timber down there, and I think he said he's a couple of hours south of Junior, of MSL. You guys already know MSL. Not, check him out too. And there's another good guy too, Dirty South Logging, Charles Pimpkin. He's a good guy. He's starting a channel up, so. But they're nice guys, hard-working bunch, you know, good people. Go check them out. They're on YouTube. And old Michael Berg's back at it. I got Mike just put a video up. I got to check that out. Nutsy. And so when I get home, I'll spend a couple hours checking up on everybody. So old Skitter Cav, I think he's got a couple new ones. I got to catch up on my buddy Cav. So, all right, guys. Well, I've rambled on long enough. Old senile old coot. So. All right, guys. Peace out. Love y'all. Be good. Be safe. Don't catch the crud. And if you do, don't give it to me. Ta-ta, y'all.